Andrew from Untraceable Fishing will be joining us very soon. He's just busy sorting the camera out now. How is everyone's December going? Guys, it is 1st of December, and guess what? For those of you who like catching shad season is open. For those of you who like catching copper steel mass is open. So there's a lot of offshore guys that are, I think it's open, 1st December, I'm sure it is. There's a lot of offshore guys that are super stoked. If I haven't been correct, guys, please don't send me your fines for catching fish you shouldn't, but the shad season is definitely open. How was everyone's weekend? I know in East London we had a very beautiful, very, very flat sea yesterday. The guys caught some sharks around the place, and the week is looking quite good for fishing. I know the inland guys are down. Henk got hold of me, so I hope the guys are fishing hard. Guys, for the inland competition, for the Defence Force and the police, and I think it's all the military guys. Hope your fish competition is going well and you're catching some fish.
Isn't there another competition happening now in Jeffreys?
Yes, yeah, so, of course, yes. There's the S under, or the, what we call World Champs. It's South Africa versus Namibia, under 21. So the Pro under 21 team are there. It's practice day. I think today was their first official day, or tomorrow is their first official day. So good luck to all the boys.
Okay.
There's a couple of faces from the border region there. And Mr. Colin Skippers is there too. I think he's the coach or guard for them as well.
Okay.
So Border's made a very big impact on their team. So well done to all those anglers that have been represented, got the SA colours. Bring it home, boys.
Yeah, awesome. So anyway, let's talk business here. Let's talk Bill Moria for a change.
Yes.
Because we don't talk about Bill Moria often enough. Not that their logo isn't sitting here
right behind us.
But so anyway, guys, Black November, absolutely manic in the store, manic online, trying to keep up with orders and things was absolute chaos.
I'm sure.
Yeah, very, very good month in store, guys. And I am currently busy working on some
more specials.
Some festive specials at the moment.
Chaps, specials on specials.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be done with those in the next 2 to 3 days, and then I can change the website up and make it look all festive and Christmassy. And
just in time for back to school specials.
Yes, yes, just in time for that. So yeah, we're gonna get that changed over. For those of you that missed Black Friday at Bill Moria, well, I'm very sorry for you because you missed out on some fantastic deals. And then yeah, I went to Cape Town this weekend with Luke to go and fetch his car. I decided to drive passenger. And well, it was a long trip.
But you brought Krispy Kremes back.
We did Krispy Kreme. That was the only thing that really...
It was worth 48 hours.
That was the only reason I went there. And then, of course, only halfway through the trip did I realize and think to myself, oh, Philip, we here like on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Like there is no worse time.
And you wanted to go to the mall.
Yes, and I needed to go to the mall because I needed to go and get black shirts and a black hoodie, black shirts, black hoodie because I need to get some printing and stuff done on it. But we decided to go, what's that mall called that we went to?
Canal Walk.
Canal Walk, yes. We go to Canal Walk, guys. It was like a bunch of ants walking around. I've never seen so many shopping bags in my life. It was absolute chaos. And then anyway, we found Cotton On where I wanted to go to. And then Krispy Kreme was opposite Cotton On.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, it was like ideal. But then Cotton On didn't have a black hoodie.
Oh no, so you had to go somewhere else.
So I went to H&M. But I walked 1.48 kilometers only to get back to Cotton On and see H&M in front of me.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, man.
Yes.
Nice detour. But then at least the Krispy Kreme like made up for the...
Yeah. So I kind of
like... had 2 Krispy Kremes.
I kind of like worked off
100%. No, there was a reason.
Yeah. No, I worked off the calories for the Krispy Kreme. But I did bring back plenty Krispy Kreme.
I had 2. They were fantastic.
Yes, so...
And you can go to Cape Town anytime. It's fine.
Yeah. I can go to Cape Town. You know what? If
I'll drive you for Krispy Kremes.
If we go to any major centre, guys, it's Krispy Kremes.
Always.
And the best that we'll get coming from East London's perspective in terms of like where we're going is if we're going to Port Elizabeth, we're going to go and get Cinnabons.
Yeah.
Like straight.
Yeah.
That's the
100%. Yeah.
Although I'm going to PE on Saturday.
Surely PE don't have Krispy Kreme?
Don't have Krispy Kreme.
How can they not have Krispy Kreme?
But I'm going to PE on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
We're going to take a drive through, just do like last minute Christmas shopping, blah, blah, blah. And I've been banned from Cinnabon.
How?
I've been banned.
By who? The family?
My mother and Tatum. They said I'm banned.
You can buy me some Cinnabons, eh?
You're not going to Cinnabon. I'm like, why? Because it's in Bay West on the other side.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. We Ubered 400 Rand to get Krispy Kremes one day.
Yeah, that's actually very true, guys. So we went up to Sensational Angling Supplies, and Dean had never had Krispy Kreme. I said, Dean, you have to have Krispy Kreme. So anyway, we took an Uber. It cost 400 Rand round trip.
It was the best 475 Rand donut I've had in my life.
Yes, very expensive donuts. But yeah, anyway, let's get off of us and get into some comments and back into some fishing talk. So Shail saying, hello guys, Bastastic TV, good evening fishers.
How's it, chaps?
Sorrel Broerter, how's it gents, hope you well. Adrian Pouts saying hi. Cole van der Merwe, hello there uncles.
What's happening, Cole? Did you and Cole finish smashing your thing yesterday, by the way?
No, so the breaker wasn't breaking.
So it was-
Even that short
wasn't
that
that,
we
it was
saw,
the- it was the breaker
the
itself.
breaker itself,
Tight.
yeah. Zana Gamel, sorry man, don't know if I'm saying that even half correct. How's it, lads? Greetings from the Free State. Keen to get to the coast for the
Oh,
holidays.
you must be frothing, bro.
Where are you?
In the Free State.
Oh, yeah, no,
Where
but
are you
I'm saying,
going?
I'm assuming same being inland, missed the windmill and Friesland. So I'm assuming maybe
he's from
coming
East
down,
London. Yeah, just
coming
London.
down to the coast.
They're still there and they're still serving it good and tasty.
Levi saying hello. Lassa saying how's it, gents? Yeah, you know what? We've got our institutions here. Hey? I think every major city actually pretty much has their institutions. It's almost like if you're driving from East London to PE, you will stop at an Aachen. If you come to East London, you know about
Shamrock Pies,
Friesland,
Windmill, 100%.
Yeah, so and Bilmoria Fishing Tackle, of course.
Of course, yes.
But yeah, you'll like have your institutions in every different major centre that you go to, and I'm sure all of you guys could pretty much
name a place that's not franchise specific to your spot.
But your town, you've got your spot.
Yes.
It's like if you're an old East Londoner and you remember Numbers days. And where now there's the Woolworths in Beacon Bay where it used to be Bimbos and everyone just used to go for breakfast in Peter. Yeah. Like it was like an East London institution. So every place has their own little spots. And it's the same with fishing. We have our own, you know what, you go to this spot to catch that shark and you go to this spot to catch that fish. You know, we've got our spots for black steenbras, we've got our spots for raggies, we've got our spots for spotted gully sharks, we've got our spots for blues. You know what? Every place has their spots. So yeah, good to be chatting here with everyone, guys. So moved to Velcom away from East London in 2010. So you definitely going straight to Friesland, Windmill, and grabbing a shamrock pie. Ahmad saying, hey guys, how do you stop your rod sections from sticking badly? Do you dip it in water before joining them?
Yeah, listen, I put a bit of saliva on them actually. A lot of times if they are very dry, some of the one little grain of sand gets in there, make sure they are extremely clean. Some of my rods that are very sticky, a little bit of a surfboard wax, but then your spigot joints can't be too tight as you can't get them together. So yeah, just a bit of a saliva normally works quite well on them.
Sheikh Mustafa saying, how's it, fishers? Hope you guys have a blessed week filled with tight lines.
Shot, buddy.
Thank you. Numbers, pay to get in, fight to get out. Back in the good old days. Stephen Burkett saying, hey fishers. From Durban, Stephen Louise.
Stephen, that name sounds very familiar. Didn't they win something?
Well, it's actually, yes, it is Stephen Burke.
Yes.
That's 100% correct. Yeah, Stephen Burke. So we obviously had Bilmoria has reached a big milestone, which we're quite proud of. We managed to get past the 20,000 Facebook followers this year. We started the year on 12,000.
Yeah.
So we've done really well this year to gain 8,000 followers and it actually only really happened in the last few months after the marketing and stuff kind of started shifting and changing. But yeah, Stephen obviously won himself the Assassin Bluefish Rays Edition number 6, Saragossa 14,000, and then 40-pound grounder braids, the Blackout 600 meters.
6 years old.
So yeah, he's going to have a very solid setup there. It's Steve, while I've got you here, Neil did phone me. He said, how urgent is it? Because they have tons of other orders to get out in store. I said, look, don't put it as a priority. Get the paying customers' orders out, if you don't mind. Yeah, just so that we can get those orders done, but we'll get it to you as soon as possible, and then you'll be able to enjoy your rod in no time. So let's go back to your tackle. What are you currently fishing with then? Where's this rod gonna fit
into? Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, where's this rod gonna fit
Fit
into?
into, yeah.
What do you currently
Are you
fish with? What do you have?
upgrading? Are you upgrading? Is it going to be a secondary rod? Let us know, yeah.
Yeah, let us know. That'd be very
Are you
interesting.
going to be able to target some things you haven't been able to target before?
You know what?
Undergunned.
Like maybe this isn't you, but I sort of hope that it is. Is that like this is a proper upgrade?
Yeah, that'll be nice. It would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, even if you are fishing with the best, it's not a bad secondary setup to have.
No, not at all, not at all. But even that gent that won the cob specialist
Yes, yeah.
in the
casting day.
the cob competition.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
the
the
cob
cob
competition.
sorry, yes, yeah.
So he was fishing with a bluefish special.
Yeah.
And like you could see he had like entry level
more,
stuff.
More budget friendly, yeah.
Yeah, more budget friendly stuff. And then for him to win that was like a massive upgrade. And I was so stoked for the guy. He sent me such a cool photograph of like him on the rocks with the rod, which we'll use for marketing close to the time that they actually launched. But it was really, really cool to just see that rod, and it's a beautiful looking rod. So I was super stoked for him that he actually won that rod. Zane Gemmel, congrats guys, job well done, awesome channel, awesome shop, thank you so much. Zane Adams, finally got my number 3, 2 trips in, and I already love it. Yeah, that number 3 is a
beautiful rod.
It is a really beautiful rod. I don't, you know what, I never ever thought that size would appeal to me.
Yeah.
That's a weird size.
13'6".
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he talking, what's
the number 3?
Yeah, I think it's 13 or 14 foot. Which number 3?
No, the Horizon.
The Horizon 3 you're talking about.
That's a
13'6".
13'6". It's like a in-between size that you...
Sorry, it's so difficult. 3 years ago, when you said number 3, there were only Horizons. Now you got Horizons, you got Evos, you got numbers for all the rods now. So I just didn't know which one you're talking about.
Well, maybe he's not talking about maybe he's talking about something else. But anyway, let's get back to that Horizon. It is a very in-between size. Yeah. Because like you get 12, 13, 14 foot.
It's almost going back 20 years ago. A lot of rods were 13'6" in those times. But the 13, that length is right for that rod. If they made it 14 foot, it wouldn't be as nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a conversation with Peter later, who I'm sure will catch up on this video, but I need to actually give him a call because we didn't have a chance to chat today. But he is looking at getting himself the number 3. But while I've got you here next to me, you felt those rods and you've like sort of paired it up. I know we had a special running with the 8,000 grosser. Do you think the 8,000 grosser might be a bit big, or?
I don't see it. It depends on the application. Like, I know at the casting day there was number 3 that we put the 10,000 gross on. It felt a bit not right. I'd personally like, if you're fishing 30 or 40 pound braid on it, 100%. But if I'd say that rod you spec down to 15 or 20 pound braid, you go for something. The Shimano sizes don't quite work with that rod for some reason. This is my personal bit. Like, when we put that little Battle DX 5000 on it, Battle DX 5000, you're getting 450 meters of 20 pound braid on it.
Okay.
And that balances that rod beautifully. The 6,000 is a bit big. I'd rather maybe put a 6,000 size reel on that little rod if you are fishing 20 pound braid, so you got enough line. That's my aspect. But then like the Shimano sizes, a 6,000 Shimano, 5,000 Battle's bigger than a 6,000 Shimano. So it's a bit of a see what you like.
Yeah. I suppose also if you maybe the 8,000 actually would be fine.
Yeah, I haven't put 8 because of a little bit of extra, slightly lighter.
Maybe it would be fine, but then also maybe if you went on something even lighter than the Ghost, so like to, let's say, a Stratic SWB or a twin power, it might be even better.
It might be better, yeah.
Yeah, it might be even
better. The 10,000 Ghost just felt a bit awkward to me.
Yeah, so Mo Jokan, hey guys, finally back on another live chat. Quick message, the new JDB braids, will they be coming in larger spools? Do you guys have any info on it? So I can answer that one and say that at the moment they're currently in 300-yard spools, but as things happen, so how the fishing industry works, let me just backtrack to reels. So you'll get your new reels launched, like something that comes to mind now is the new Rovex Big Boss 4 Pro. So they bring the reels in, and then only like a month or 2 later, do they start bringing in spares, spare spools, you know, bail arms, bail wires. So it takes a bit of time. The same thing's going to happen with the braid, is that you'll get these 300-yard spools in. They're kind of testing the market, but they've already got it in line for the 600-yard spool to be out. It's just that they need to introduce it.
They are running a business, so you can't go outlay all that capital bringing 600-meter spools out as well. So you're going to do the 300. They are successful. Let's push them into 600-meter spools. And then maybe the 15-pound, like no one really needs 600 meters of 15-pound braid, so they might have to bring the 15-pound braid out in that.
Exactly. Exactly. Zane Adams says, yes, the Horizon number 3.
Yeah.
Krisam Naidu, how's it, guys? Any idea when the new Akuma Nemesis will be in stock? Just grab me that bag there.
There's one right here. Just a bag, though. I don't know where the rod
Just
is.
a bag. We just need a bag. Actually,
There's a rod, yeah, man. Right next to you. Oh, there we go.
you mean that Nemesis, right? Sorry, I'm just waiting for myself to come in camera here. You mean that Nemesis? Because stock is in store. So you're more than welcome to go and pick yourself up a brand new Akuma Nemesis.
Right now,
from
or just
Memorial
order one
Fishing
online.
Tackle.
You don't even have to go in the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
What about this one in my hand?
Yeah, you can actually have that one in Dean's hand. Yeah, they are loaded onto the Bull Morio website and they are in stock. So, yeah.
Sorry, guys, excuse me.
Don't stress about that. Conrad Swart, hello fishers. Is the number 6 Bluefish 2 XT also a good option for scratching and non-eds paired with the 10,000 Akuma Selena?
Perfect. I think number 6 always makes a good scratching rod. It's not going to be fantastically fun catching bluefish and zebras and blacktail on it, but it's going to get the job done. So I think a lot of guys ask, they want to buy one rod, get a 5 to 7 ounce rod. You can do everything with it.
Okay, Johan Schonfeld saying, hi guys, where in East London can I try for a cob? Well, for us on the East Coast, we obviously would go to like Bafani.
Yeah.
That would be our go-to spot. But Johan's in town, so like Bonza Bay, I know is quite productive.
Bonza Bay, I don't know how safe it is.
Yeah, that's the only problem is the safety aspect.
It all depends on the type of fishing you're doing. Like drop shot fishing, there's some certain places like, the reason we say Gafani because that's surf, so surf's always pretty much going to hold the cob somewhere in the right conditions. Off the rocks, it does make a big difference because there's got to be sandbanks that are there that are moving around and things like that. So, yeah, the best is try and find it from the guys that are fishing that area. Because like Bonza Bay gets some good cob sometimes, other times goes for months without cob. The right structure's not there.
So, Zane Adams, sorry, I'm going to come back to you. You got the Horizon number 3. What reel are you fishing?
Correct.
On
Let us know.
Let us know what you're fishing with. That would be actually quite interesting, so that we could also better advise the customers. And how do you find the balance of what you're fishing?
It also makes it like going to that. Like I just put the 10,000 ghosts on and felt it. There was no sink at the end of the rod
Exactly.
to counterbalance. So that is just more of a my perception of it.
Laser saying, what's your opinion on the Assassin Surfmaster 13-foot 3 to 5 ounce?
It's a good little rod. I think for value for money, you're not going wrong at all.
Yeah, value for money, you're not going wrong. Look, you know what? I don't want to sound like a brat, guys. But obviously myself and Dean are blessed enough that we can fish with like your Horizons and your Affinities of the world. But it does always make me nervous with these cheaper rods.
Yeah.
To be very fair, it makes me nervous across any brand.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what the brand is.
Yeah, no matter what the brand is. Like if I'm thinking Assassin as an example, okay, but let's use Assassin because most people know Assassin. I'd say like the Bluefish core is where I'd start looking.
Yeah, if you want to, there's other rods are still going to catch fish, but those are the type of rods like if you're going to fish once every couple of months, things like that, the rod's going to lie around, stuff like that. If you really serious, I'd rather take a bit longer, save up, and look from a Bluefish core upwards where you actually the rod's going to last you a good couple of years. It can handle the better fish. It's got that sense. You can start enjoying fishing with it.
100%.
It's going to make it a little bit of a difference, guys.
I'm very, very nervous, guys. Like I said, I don't mean to sound like a brat or anything. Myself and Dean are very privileged and very, very blessed that we can actually fish with pretty much the best of the best. But the lower end stuff does make me so nervous, and I'm not even lying.
It is affordable for a reason. It does do the job, but it's not going to last as much as something that costs a bit more money. It's like buying a very basic car compared to a better car, pretty much at the end of the day.
Yeah, basically. So at the end of the day, like we've gone through this before, is that, you know what, the fish doesn't know what rod you're fishing with, but the experience that you will have fishing with a better quality rod compared to an entry-level rod is going to be so much better. Just that whole experience.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so anyway, let's move on. Yeah. ZA Lures, how's it, guys? Do you stock HMP braid? No, we do not. Justin Davies saying sup fishers. Zane Gemel, what pen sizing will a Battle 3 8000 be good for? 6 to 8 ounce entries set up for small non-eds. Not familiar with the new pen reels. I think 8000 will work.
On the battle.
Yeah,
On the battle, 8,000.
8,000 will work because that's
It's
a
pretty much
decent
about
size.
18,000 on a normal size other reel.
Yeah, it's a very decent size reel, and then you can look at the DX model. It's on a very hot price. The 8,000 is on a very hot price.
Ridiculously good at the moment.
So yeah, check that 8,000 on the Black November specials. Nathan Wesso, hey fishers, I'm tired of getting home with defrosted bait and throwing it away after 4 to 6 hours of fishing with normal coolers. What cooler can I buy that'll keep bait intact after a day's fishing?
Would you listen? Safari, something you can carry. Safari coolers, obviously we'll say eco coolers, but they're not fishing coolers. Safari coolers, I fish 10, 12 hours out my cooler and my bait's rock frozen. So I don't know what cooler you are using. I definitely check a Safari cooler out. And GoFrost also makes some good coolers.
Yeah, look, go for the Safari.
Yeah.
It's got the cutting board on the top. It's durable.
Yeah.
It's made to last. Pricey, you know, like I quoted an 8 liters today. It's 1,000 rand. But it can fit a box of sards, some chocker,
so
some
that's about my small little one. Yeah. You can fish. One person can fish comfortably out of it for a couple of hours.
Yeah, you can fish comfortably, and at least your bait will stay pretty much solid.
As tips, guys, like I see a lot of guys will take a little Safari. They'll fish for bluefish. Every time they put a prawn on, they open and close the cooler. You need to keep that cooler closed for as long as possible to keep the air in there. And another big mistake is the guy's got a big cooler, 18 litre or 24 litre cooler. He's got this much bait in his cooler. If you, for that sake, freeze a 2 litre Coke bottle, throw it in with your bait. Yes, it's going to be a bit heavier, but that coolness of that Coke can at least keep your bait frozen a bit longer. And then if you are only using a little bit of bait in your cooler, you can buy the pieces of foam that they put on the lids of the thing, buy a second piece of foam, drop it on top of your bait inside the cooler, just to keep that cold air more condensed. And also, don't leave your bait box out in the sun. You can see sometimes I put a jacket over it sometimes, or behind your H-frame where the shade's going on to it. If you're fishing on the rocks, put it like where it's in the shade, it's going to make a big difference.
I was about to say the same thing, and the same thing goes when you're cutting bait or using bait. Take out, put on top of the box, cut, put it back in.
Put the lid back on. All you do is slide it straight back in like that. Quick. Don't open. Just pick it up, slide it back in.
Yeah.
It's like opening your fridge. The more often you open your fridge door, your fridge is not going to be that cool.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, Peter de Kock. Good evening, guys. I have an uncle, 80 years of age, who would like to buy a rod and reel for catching cob and khalis. He doesn't want to break the bank, but also doesn't want crap. Any suggestions? My suggestion on a reel, you can pick the rod.
Bluefish core.
The Rovex Big Boss Pro,
and a Bluefish core.
The 6000, with a Rovex Big Boss core, maybe a 13-foot or a 14-foot will work.
He's fishing for gullies, so maybe even 8,000, eh?
Khalyun.
Oh, Khalyun. I thought gullies, sorry.
No, Khalyun.
Gullies. 6,000, 100%.
Yeah, 6,000 size. I would definitely go with that. Stock will be arriving next week, so there isn't anything on the online store at the moment, but it will be here in time for Christmas, guys. We've just got confirmation today, so there was a slight delay. But yeah, if it's not going to break the bank, but it's also going to be a very decent setup.
Quality setup then.
Yeah, very, very decent setup. Look, I think in total, let's say, like, I think it's 1,350 plus, call it 2. Look, 3.5 grand, you get yourself a decent setup.
Talking about just bluefish core, we fished myself, or Andrew and Steve went fishing, and Luke and I joining a couple of weeks ago. And then Luke brought out his older bluefish special out, and he fished with it that night. And he had to go do something, asked me to hold his rod, and I was getting a little bit of bites on his rod. Yes, lucky enough, as Andrew said, we're fishing with horizons. I was still blown away with that bluefish special. The sensitivity, I think I was like, wow, you know what I mean? So, like, definitely a good rod. Fantastic little rods, those.
Okay, so Johan Schoenfeld says he's never caught cob, so he'll concentrate on that in December. ZA Lures, Nathan, good thing to do it is split your baits into 2 packs, one to use early and one to use
100%.
later. Put a couple of layers of newspaper between the layers of baits, makes a big difference.
Correct.
Stephen Burke, fishers, I'm not sure where it will fit in Ham. I currently have the Beachmaster number 7 with the Kumatasari 20,000, very nice.
Yeah.
Then the Loomis 13-foot and the 11-foot Archipelago, but I'll find a good use for that setup.
No, it's definitely going to fit in.
It's definitely going to fit in.
So then you've got a nice, good, bigger edible, smaller non-edible setup.
100%, yeah. That look, your 7 and your Tesoro is more for like your bigger non-eds. That number 6 will fit in perfectly for your mussel cracker
your cob,
and
cob.
Yeah, cob, and then your smaller non-eds.
Correct.
I think it'll fit in perfectly. Zane Adams, I have a 10,000 twin power with 30-pound whiplash and 80-pound leader.
Fantastic setup. That's bulletproof. Whiplash is fantastic, Brad.
Okay, well, yeah, thanks for that, because that actually gives me some tips when I speak to my customer.
10,000 you said on there.
10,000.
Perfect. Yeah, and so the twin power is a bit lighter, so maybe that made the difference. Yeah.
So I think you could go either 8,000 or 10,000.
8,000 is probably the ideal. You know what I mean? Just for the spool size and it's a smaller rod.
Okay, Conrad Swart, ready to buy but don't know which rod. Bluefish, XT, Euphoria, or Solar. 6-ounce scratching for edibles and non-eds. Which brand would you suggest? For me, it's the Bluefish.
Bluefish, yeah. What's a 6.2?
Yeah, so it's
so it'll be a 5 to 6. It'll be number 6 Bluefish, yeah.
Yeah, number 6. Yeah, look, I'd go for the Bluefish.
It's the latest. It's got the latest tech out of all those rods.
Yeah. Kishan, Governor Hargars recently purchased the Lumsden Franklin F2 534-80T 14-foot pairing with the Adrenaline X-Master 50. What's your take on this combo?
I don't know the rod.
I don't know that rod. I don't know that rod either. Sorry.
It's a long name. I don't know it.
Sorry, man. Andrew, remember Dean about the gimbal for people for tomorrow? Oh, okay. So Albert brought up a message.
Yeah.
It's the fly flying around. You guys spoke about your holiday maker setups yesterday. He said, what about a gimbal?
Gimbal?
I'm assuming like a rod gimbal.
I'm so lost. Sorry.
Well, I was also a bit lost there for a second. I thought you'd know.
I don't know what a gimbal.
Well, well, Albert, maybe you can explain further to us, because the only gimbal that I know of is actually your gimbal for like sharks.
Yeah, that's like high-tech fishing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So
maybe I'm just being blonde, or sorry guys, I don't mean to be funny to the people that are blonde out there, as the saying goes, but maybe I'm just being stupid. Please inform me. Maybe I'm overthinking this or underthinking this. Shed a bit more light there.
Yeah, Albert.
It's been a hot day, but you see me sipping Coke here. I might be a bit dehydrated.
Is the Spinfisher 4500 equivalent to a 6,000-inch Shimano Saragossa sizing? I'd say so.
Very similar. Very close.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Burke, Andrew, when I get the kits, I get it. It's all good. Okay, no, 100%. Yeah, no, glad. Thank you, because the guys in the store are panicking. Like Neil mentioned that we like dozens of orders behind, and that's just the one branch. So we are trying to keep up. We're busy working overtime at the moment. It's the holiday season. It's crazy. Everyone's busy pushing and running around like ants. But we're getting there. Conrad Swart, can we still buy Black November specials online, or is it over? You can still buy Black November specials. It's not over. It's only going to be changing over when I'm done with the festive specials, which will hopefully be by my plan.
Midnight tonight.
No, not midnight.
Okay, just checking.
There's too many. There's way too many, guys. My plan is to be finished before Friday, and then I'll do the changeover of the website and get it all festive and away from the whole black theme, and we'll change it up a little bit. But that's kind of where we are headed at the moment. Black November generally does carry over into like the first week of December for Bull Moria. And then festive specials basically run from like the first week of December right the way through to the end of January.
Normally, correct.
So we've got a long period. You know, you've got your holiday seasons, guys, in Bull Moria. You've got your holiday seasons, which is your festive. Then you've got your, we do a small little selection for Valentine's Day. Then we move on to Easter. Then we move on to winter. Then we move on to birthday, then we move on to Black November, and then it's back to festive.
It's always something special.
Yeah, it's seasonal. So basically, the whole of Bull Moria is always like discounted. Especially Dave when he phones me wanting 600 specials done. All right. Ryan Pillay, how's it, fishers? What are your thoughts on the 14-foot Mariana 3 to 5 ounce against the Razor 14-foot or 15-foot number 4? For me, I would choose the Razor despite the fact that I own a Mariana. Reason I say that is because discontinued rods are always an issue.
You still own a Mariana. Do you know where it is?
Is that your house?
Okay, just checking. It is there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was asking if you know where it is.
No, so that's always my issue. Like Mariana, great rod.
Fantastic rod.
Really, really a good rod. But
discontinued.
And that's always a problem. That for me is the biggest problem. Launch date for the Akuma Nemesis, please. They're available in store and online now. You can go.
The Eagle has taken off.
Yeah, They've actually been online for the last few days already. So yeah, you guys can go and do some shopping there. Anyway, guys, that's a wrap for tonight's live session. But thank you all for joining in and taking the time out of your Monday evening. We do appreciate it, and we'll be back again next week, Monday, 6:15, same time, same place.
Guys, wish me luck. If I'm not smiling on Monday, you know why. It'll be number 4 in a row. But I'm believing for this one. I got to believe. Anyway, guys,
Dean's gonna blank fourth
Sack,
time,
man.
guys. Okay,
Cheers,
bye.
bye.